Well, hello, welcome back. We're doing stuff. Goddamn Binky, goddamn kid. We're doing stuff with Age of Apocalypse. We're in phase three, going strong. Pardon my voice, fighting off cold. Seems like I'm always doing that because of the aforementioned goddamn kid. But we're at X-Calibre number 3, focusing on Nightcrawler, who's looking for his mom so they could find Destiny, so they could do things, so they could help stuff. This is a person, this is also a person. And this was, the cover was drawn by Pacheco? Is that Carlos Pacheco? Yeah, not a bad cover. This is that one, this isn't, who is this? This is that Damask. I don't even know if I'm fucking pronouncing that right. I don't even know what she's doing. I don't know if I really care about this issue as much as the others, but we're doing everything. So I deal with it, you deal with it, we all deal with it in our own way. So, yeah, Nightcrawler looking for Mystique. Mystique showed up at the end of issue 2, so now she's finally showing up. So Nightcrawler has to convince her to go into Avalon with him because she's the only one who knows what Destiny looks like. I guess he could ask, "Hey, are you Destiny?" And they're like, "Nah, man, she's over the ridge. She's a lady who can tell you what your fucking destiny is." And he'd be like, "Cool, mate." But no, he has to do this whole convoluted bullshit thing. Where were we last time? I think tells us here, America's Dead. Body Heat, written by Warren Ellis, Ken Lashley, penciling. God damn it, already. And we're already doing weird stuff with a mother and son. I mean, I know, every, fucking character in comics, especially in the 90s, had to be fucking hot and everything, but did you have to draw her at... I mean, took the opportunity, like we all do. Pardon. But with her fucking back arched like that, looking at him with that fucking face, and his goofy face, his head looks fucking huge, I don't know, especially compared to hers, and his tight fucking bod and costume, I guess, with his muscles, that just looks very I don't know, like they're gonna start making out, but they're obviously mother and son, and they know it here, and her goddamn hair is shit ton of product. It looks cool. I get it. I'm more attracted to long hair on women than short hair, partially because I like to draw and it just looks more dynamic. So I get it, but there's a sense of realism that we're losing here, in my opinion. What's this pose she's doing? Her legs kind of disappear into each other. I guess that's possible. She's looking at him sideways. He's looking at us. She's about to fucking strangle him. And he looks like he wants to cup her ass. And then she's got this left arm, straight down with her, hand twisted, holding this. I guess it's a gun. With some CG clouds. So, it is what it is, Ken Lashley. Better than I can do, I guess. So, yeah, I guess they fucked up, who is this, Callisto? She was murdering people on a boat rather harshly. Nightcrawler murdered them, then Callisto was gonna get him, and he was gonna get her, but she stepped in, and she got her. And I guess, so, I mean, this is kind of cool, this perspective with the ladder and everything coming down from this jet, or aircraft, or whatever. And she's like, "Look at my ass, son." He's like, "No, mother, but maybe it's a different world. Maybe our rules are different from the Prime Universe." She's like, "Yeah, they were bad for business." So he found his mom. So they go shooting away, and somebody else was watching him. Here's this woman, Damask. I guess that's how you pronounce her name. That's Damask, it's fucking, I don't understand how to pronounce it. And she's evil, and Deadpool is this is Deadpool. They call him Dead Man Wade, and he's like a little whiner in this version because he can't die, and he just sees like the horribleness and everything has to be ugly and dead. And like they had someone else with them that was kind of nice to him, this woman, but for whatever reason she murdered her in front of him, and he's all pouty about it. Yeah, Danny Moonstar. She's all dead. You didn't have to do that. She's yelling at him to shut up. She never liked you anyway. He's like, what? I don't know. So they're on the trail. They're following Nightcrawler. They want to find Avalon. They want to burn it to hell, as per Apocalypse's orders. Spider-Man 20-1. 4. Fantastic Four in it too, kind of. I'm gonna play that game at some point. It's on the list. Spidey gets the jump kick on Venom. We're not talking about the game yet. So they go to Mystique's Antarctic station, and they're talking about things and stuff. It's fucking cold. She's saying like, I found a guy to fuck who had fur, so you wouldn't be cold. I guess that's weird. Do you know how uncomfortable it was to have a baby with feet like yours? And then just has this picture of him like, huh? And then he's like, she doesn't want to go to Avalon. He's asking why. And then they're arguing. She's like, I go all the time. He's like, yeah, you go up to the shores. You never go in it. And then he just fucking bitch slaps her. He's mad at her. It's like, everything they say about you is true. You're just in it for yourself. You dump refugees. And she's like, shut up. It's not my fault. It's not. She's like this moment of, I don't know, remorse, regret. It's fucking skinny as shit here. Looks like a fucking 13-year-old. So now they're suddenly here. They're on this. What the fuck is this? Is this a boat? He looks like a goddamn giant. This is like a little kiddie boat. I don't know. Does anyone else see this? Am I like the perspective on this doesn't look weird? Anyways. So in the very first scene of issue 1, there was this boatman person who took people up here, and I guess that was Mystique, we're led to believe now, I guess. So they go up there, and they run into this guy, Kane, who's the Juggernaut. I don't know if he still has his powers, or if he has the Crimson Gem of Citroc. But they want to fight, and he's got veins. I'm the fairy woman. I must speak to Destiny. We're like, cool. I'm Kane. Come with me. And they go with him. And so he's taking her there. Trudging through, he's, I don't know, talking about Charles Xavier, Kane's brother. Always whining about him. No one cares. Crying about stuff. Lamenting their life. They finally get to Avalon. She's like, oh, it's incredible. And he's like, fucking monstrous, right? He has to have some kind of power. He can't be that big. So you're like, I don't know. Avalon is beautiful, but they don't show how beautiful it is. They're just there suddenly. And then there's Destiny, and there's this Douglas guy. Is that Cypher? I don't know. New Mutants? I don't know. And she says, okay, Destiny's like, are you here to accept your reward for service? She's like, no, that's not what I'm here. I want you to come with us. Gasp. Oh, my goodness. All right. Big revelation. But then they go walking and not talking, and they go places. And she's basically saying, I'm not going with you, but we're going to talk. And she introduces them to this woman, Switchback, they call her. And read her future, and she says, we're all going to die. And then we cut to the entrance of Avalon, and here's fucking Deadpool, and here's dumbass Dead Man Wade. God, Dead Man Wade. and dumbass. And they're here to, like, kill everything. But as soon as she sees this place, this beautiful place, I've never known there's been so much green to exist in the whole universe, or whatever. She suddenly, like, her demeanor changes. And so does his, where he was like a little cowardly, little whiny son of a bitch. Now he's like, this place is alive. Its birds are singing fresh grass. And being alive stinks. So he's like, let's go do it. Let's kill it. So he wants to destroy everything. But she's like, I didn't know the world could be like this. Nobody told me. So she just murdered people a little bit ago, last issue. But now she's like, I don't know, freaking out over this. What a dumbass. So here's Mystique with her ass, and she's telling her about what Magneto wants to do. He needs you to confirm all the stuff that Bishop's saying. And she's like, yeah, I don't care about anything about that. I've seen Apocalypse and Avalon, Flames, Murder. And this guy, he's saying, I have lots to lose. She's like, so do I. Cool. What stirring dialogue. And then suddenly, something explodes. I guess. From where? From what? I have no idea. But Cypher here, he gets hurt. And I guess he's just suddenly dead. I mean, there is an interesting part somewhere around here where I think he has the ability to, like, speak any language somehow, right? And they're wondering, like, how can everybody from different, like, regions of the earth speak, like, understand each other, like, talking in their language? And mentioned something about his power. I don't know if we miss it or if I'm, like, giving off spoilers. So anyways, they're being attacked, and there's Juggernaut with his fucking tiny head and his huge-ass goddamn body. And he's like, nah, I'm fine. I cannot be harmed. And they're like, so fucking do something. He's like, I cannot. He's like, took a vow of, I don't know, non-violence. So Nightcrawler's yelling at him, and he's like, God damn it, you son of a bitch. Like, do you know what's going to happen? Everything's going to die, and it's going to be your fault. It's like, I cannot fight them. He's like, even all your friends die? Is that the price of your religious integrity? And then his eyes are twitching. This is the goddamn dumbest fucking thing in this whole book and the whole Age of Apocalypse storyline. Like, his eye pops and he just fucking falls down dead. And you're like, wait, how did that happen? That must be something. And unless I miss something, he asks what happened. They say, best guess? Drive an almost psychopathic need for peace up hard against a deep-seated lust for violence, and he had an aneurysm. Something couldn't stop the strain, and a brain vein popped. So that's how this version of Juggernaut dies. He's like, I need to be non-violent, but I want to hurt everybody, and then he just has an aneurysm and dies. In 3 fucking panels. So, getting more on, like, the stupidness of this. I mean, Warren Ellis is an incredible writer, but I don't know what was going on here. Am I missing something? Is this, like, a piece of genius, like the stuff he's done later? But I don't know, man. And something gets shot there, and I have no idea what. I guess it was from him who shot, and he's got this hand that looks very weird. And he's just like, wants to kill everything. He's like, life stinks. I'm doing them all a favor. He's like, why aren't you helping, dumbass? And she's like, this isn't right. It's not fair. I always want to do what's right by murdering people. So she's like, I need to, like, suddenly switch sides. I need to have, like, a babyface turn. So she goes from being evil and, like, attacks Deadpool or Deadman Wade. Jumps on him like she's goddamn Spider-Man. I mean, her leg goes somewhere into him. Still got weird fingers there. But she's not going to let him kill everything. And he's like, that won't work. He's like, I don't die, I just regenerate and rot. Here we go. And so he's fucking yelling that he's a nice person, but he has to kill all the things that's nice. And then Nightcrawler, we've established in previous issues that he is a murderer. He's not a murderer. He's justifiably kills people in this world. So he jumps on him, takes hold of his head, and somehow teleports his head right off his body. I don't know how you do that. Like, how does he know? Like, how is he able to just take the body? I mean, it's fucking comic book, and comic book logic and science doesn't make sense. It's like, if he touches somebody, and like their whole body usually teleports. Is how it usually happens. And then I guess whatever they have with them, articles of clothing and weapons, gets transported with them also. But you just have to be, how does this teleportation understand that? If they're like standing on a fucking like brick or something, does the brick also get transported? I don't know, stupid combo logic, but somehow he's able to like teleport his head right off his fucking body. And that's how they kill Deadpool. So, piece of cake, right? So now they're like, okay, but we still got to have Destiny come with us. And here's earlier, Switchback grabbed some bullets and a gun when the fighting was about to happen. She says, I don't recognize the caliber on these bullets of yours. The only markings I can find is this X stamped into them. So she's talking about they were Magnum loads for 44 caliber, but I customized them. The X was kind of a joke. So caliber of bullets, X. Do you see where we're going with this? So they know, like, there's reinforcements. There's more bad guys coming. I know what it is. I'm not going to spoil it for the next issue. But they're getting ready to fucking fight. You got Mystique and Switchback and Nightcrawler, and they just, like, accept that Dumbass here is going to be part of them. So there we go. To be concluded. That's the end of this issue. It's most of these issues of Age of Apocalypse I have been enjoying. This one, it's had its moments, but this issue just kind of, I felt, was silly. The art wasn't great, had some weird things happen in it, and it, probably won't ever look at this again, in all honesty. So, what do you think? Have you ever read this issue? What do you think of it? Where does it rank in your issues of Age of Apocalypse stuff? Let me know in the comments. Hit that share and like button. And as always, I will see you in the next video.